Alright, so in this video I'm going to be showing you how to draw a simple background for your region to put your animals and your fauna and flora into. So I'm simply going to draw a box, a rectangle. And you can follow along too if you want to feel more comfortable. You can also pause this video at any point if you need to do some catch up. We're going to start with the coastal plain. Now I'm going to do it in marker so y'all can see really easily. Alright, coastal plain, easiest thing is just to do a beach scene since the beaches are included in the coastal plain. We got the water horizon, the waves lapping up on the beach. Remember, you have marine animals like dolphins living out there, so you can have like a dolphin jumping out of the water. Other waves coming in after that. Things like clouds, the sun. Remember, there's a lot of bird species on the coast, so we can have things like seagulls, brown pelicans, flying through sandpipers, right, which are super cute. Sorry, I am biased to cute. All right, and of course we have dunes that happen in this area. They have things like sea oats growing on them, maybe a sable palm growing in an area. We have animals like sea turtles coming up onto our beaches. Things like beach morning glory, which is a vine, grows on the beach. Beautiful morning glory like flowers that bloom from it. And that's how you do a simple background and start adding in your fauna and your flora to a coastal plain picture. Going to do the next one here, going up the state, of course, to the Piedmont. Like I said, prevalent tree in the Piedmont for industry is pine, so you can have a bunch of grass and big old pine trees growing up out of it. More grass, a little bit smaller in the back. Big old pine trees growing out of it. Looks just like that photo I showed you. Grass to top it all off, and in the back we might have a stand of like hardwood trees, deciduous trees like oaks or sweet gum. And we might have something like a turkey going through. Gobble gobble. Or I'm just going to draw these super simple. A deer going through. Maybe there's a hole in the tree and there's a barred owl looking out at you. Ooh. So, an easy way to draw a Piedmont landscape and start filling it with your fauna and flora. Moving down. Blue Ridge, if you have ever been to a wildlife viewing area, you stop at a ridge on the mountain road and you look down into the valley below. So you can have a bush here, maybe a rhododendron bush here, or an azalea bush. Maybe a tree's growing up past here. And we'll look down into the valley and we'll see the beautiful Blue Ridge Mountains below. Right, so an easy way to do Blue Ridge. And of course the mountains are blue. For ridge and valley, start with a ridge, go down into a valley, and go back up into a ridge. All right, and there goes my camera. And since this valley has a lot of grass in it, grassland, you can have grass, maybe a bush with some Cherokee roses in it. Some loblolly trees growing out past the grass. Things like deer. And since this is ridge and valley, we have the valley and the ridge will continue on behind. Oop, I didn't write ridge and valley. Ridge and valley. So a lot more grass included in ridge and valley. It's a very unique landform, I must say. All right, moving on to the last one, smallest one. Appalachian Plateau. Now, when I say plateau, it's really a flat spot in a group of mountains that, yeah, I spelled it right, plateau, where it just levels out for a while, but still very high altitude. So for that, same thing with Blue Ridge. You might get to a point in the Appalachian Plateau. Maybe there's a stream running through, or a high altitude pond. Got some rocks, got some more bushes. Maybe have some stumpy hemlock trees growing out from behind that. And then down in the valley, beautiful mountains that are green and turquoise, not blue. Do not make that mistake. Have something like a fox maybe, checking out this stream. So other things like that, rhododendron, azalea. All right, so those are 5 examples of how to draw simple backgrounds to use for your project. I'm going to show you an example. Granted, it is cut up because I used it for another type of project, but it's still same thing. Is I drew out a background first, and if I was drawing this all on one sheet of paper like you should, I drew in some bushes, and I started drawing in my flora and my fauna. I have a label for it. This is the Blue Ridge region. I've got a bear and a red fox and a box turtle, which also lives in this region. And there you go. So that is what I'm expecting you to do. I'm expecting you to draw a landscape and fill it with appropriate fauna and flora of that area. So choose which area, which region you want to do. And I'm going to be looking for certain things as well. I'm going to be looking for at least one amphibian. It could be something as small as a little tree frog. One mammal. I've got 2 in mine. At least. All right. One mammal at least. One flower. Please research which flowers bloom in your area. Look for a bloom calendar. Tell you what's blooming in each month. One type of tree. Loblolly pine, longleaf pine, white oak, live oak, and one type of bird. All these that are native to the region that you choose. All right, I can't wait to see what y'all do. The group last year did really well with this, so I can't wait to see what you all do. All right.